Okay. Jenkins, this is the Jenkins Advocacy and Outreach SIG. Today is October 31st. On the agenda, I have GSOC, FOSDEM, contributor spotlight story. Chris, I'm not sure if you want me to leave the strengthening community effort here, if there's anything to share. And then we have a quick thing on election. Anything else that I may have missed? Okay. All right, so GSOC 2025, it's kind of hard to believe that we're already talking about this. But yes, project idea discussion has already begun. And we have a good list of project ideas to begin with. And thank you, Chris and Bruno, Mark, and Valentin for participating in that discussion. So Chris will be updating the project website soon. And we are also in the process of recruiting mentors. So if you know of anybody, please send them our way. We encourage anyone who's interested in becoming a mentor or sharing a project idea to reach out to us. I'll also start the communication via the community.jenkins.io as well. Just in case anybody is interested. And I also wanted to say thank you again to Bruno and Chris for willing to be an org admin with me next year. So yeah, I'm excited and I'm very grateful for both of you.
Thank you.
You know, wanting to join us or continuing on this rodeo with me. Anything else that we should add for GSOC? We're still early in the game, so.
Yeah.
I think it's like right now we have about 9 to 10 ideas. So
Yeah.
that's number-wise.
Yeah, it's a good list.
Okay.
We just need to get more mentors to even out the load.
Yeah.
Let me see. So for GSOC, okay. And then for FOSDEM, Contributors Summit, we are very close to having a room nailed down at the same location as last year. I circle back to the event folks or the venue folks and said, yes, we want that room. We're not given too much choices or options. So, well, we can get what we can get and it's free. So it'll do. I think I also talked to Mark and I think he's thrilled that we have a space for our European contributors to meet. So we're happy with that. So I think we're 99% there. Just need to get like the final confirmation from the venue. And so once I get the name of the venue, I'll share that on the discussion that you have started going from the planning, Bruno.
Yep.
Yeah.
And by the way, how many people will this room accommodate? 24?
It's 24. But I think if we need additional, I think, you know, we can get more chairs pulled in. I don't think they'll mind. But keep in mind, they do have a big Oracle gathering in that location that day.
I discussed that with Mark earlier today and was wondering if it was a good idea because it was kind of small. And he told me, you know what? We were 24 in 2024.
Yeah.
So 24 is plenty enough. Okay,
yeah.
Cool, fine.
Yeah, we were in between 20 and 30, if I'm not mistaken, earlier this year. And you know, it's okay. And people come in and out. No, they didn't stay all day. And if, like I said, you know, we're so comfortable sitting on the floor or just standing in the back or pulling chairs from outside. I don't think they mind. So, and it's free. Did I say it's free? That's a huge deal. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a nice place too. So we're pretty lucky. Yeah, we're very thankful for that. So Bruno, do you want to share anything with regards to the planning I added the link in the conversation
Yeah,
there.
thank you. The planning, the paint is not dry yet because I just had one idea from Valentin earlier this month, and the agenda is not yet ready, to be honest. So later today, I will publish a new version of the agenda, mostly based on what we had in 2024. So nothing groundbreaking, but that's just to rejuvenate the topic, and maybe people will say, oh no, that's not a good subject to address next year. That is something which is more important for the Jenkins community. So, you know, sometimes the best way to get people to participate is to give bad answers, like in Stack Overflow. If you have to have two accounts, one account that posts the question and one account that gives bad answers, so that people who know will then be enticed to give the right answers. Same for the agenda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And I think because we don't know whether we have budget for travel yet. So that's also the other thing that, at least for my case, kind of stuck. So I won't know
Ouch.
until the end of the year.
Yes, as for me, I don't live that far, so I
Yeah.
would go for free. I mean, it's just next door. So at least I'd be
That's
there, maybe
nice.
all by myself, but I'd be there.
No, John Mark will be there with you.
Oh yes, of course. He said he would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Of
yeah,
course.
Jean-Marc.
Yeah.
Will you come, Chris?
Chris,
I
would you
won't.
come?
I have bunnies to take care of.
Yeah. Yeah, they're super cute. You got 2 bunnies, right?
Bunnies, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even not a lame excuse. It's for real. Oh, so that's cool.
Real, not an excuse. Yeah, it's true.
Got bunnies. Okay. All right. Thank you, Bruno. Contributor spotlight story. So Kevin, I have here, thanks for the update earlier this morning. So I have Jesse up for November 5th. And then we also have other stories lined up for the rest of the year that you are currently working on. So yeah, so thank you for doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, of course, no worries. Yeah, I just spoke with one of the Spotlight contributors earlier today, and yeah, Jesse has been really helpful and collaborative on all of this, and it's been a good experience overall. And I'm really looking forward to being able to share these new spotlights. It's a little bit different perspective than we've had previously for who's been contributing and who's been spotlighted thus far. So it's interesting to be able to share not only the differences, but the common threads that end up showing up, like in advice or reasons why they gravitated towards Jenkins over something else. It's really enlightening, to say the least. So yeah, we've got a great lineup for the rest of the year, and then come 2025, we'll have new candidates and new options to look for, I'm sure. And yeah, everything's great.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 people that I have chased, but no response. So I will need to follow up with them again. So fingers crossed there. But I was thinking, Kevin, while you were talking, perhaps kind of like, at one of those in between stories, if we don't have one, lined up down the road, we can also do kind of like a top 10 advice from the heavy contributors, top 5, don't make it too long, right? What are those advices from the heavy contributors for contributing to the project?
Yeah, it
or
could
top
even
5 hobbies. Yeah, like raising bunnies or.
Yeah.
I was thinking more along the lines of what Alyssa was saying. We could do something like advice for getting started in the new year, or something like
Yeah.
where that enthusiasm and participation and visibility is a lot higher because it's the new year and everything. People want to fulfill their resolutions. Why don't we help them get started? And yeah, that'd be a great little
Super cool.
side step for it in that sense. And then
Yeah.
even further along the line, once we get to a point, maybe we could have not necessarily a retrospective, but yeah, a lot of the contributors lately have been speaking about Jenkins from a point of when it was known as Hudson still. So their experience is potentially very different than mine, Bruno's, other contributors, for instance. So it could even be something like a then and now, or flashback, sort of like, look how far Jenkins has come. It's a little different than the contributor spotlight, but we could utilize the stories and the things that they've shared. Maybe retell them or rehash them in some way, shape, or form, or just snippets of it. And we could do smaller posts, even, or even smaller than that, like just small tweets or something that just to drive engagement a little bit more, or something like that.
Yeah. So I think, so based on what you said, I think we can pull at least 2 posts out of that, Kevin. Well, I'll update my notes later, because I
Yeah.
can't write and think at the same time, sorry. I can write with a pen, but not type, not like Mark does. So I will update this notes, but I think we can pull out at least 2 posts from that for the new year.
Definitely.
Okay, thanks for the discussion on that. Strengthening community efforts update. So Chris, I will let you speak to this one.
So I am going to push back the deadline for this one to end of the year, just to be safe. But I'll try to finish everything by Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. And then I have the election voter registration last day is today. So this morning, as of this morning, I checked, we have 73 people registered. I think we're all been registered. I did reach out to a couple of folks in this week, but I don't expect the number to be a whole lot or much higher than what we currently have. So
I got a question though. Do we ask all of the people involved in GSOC to
I
register?
did. I have already reached out to them. I've sent them 2 messages already. So yeah, and I did that beginning of October, and then one earlier this week as a follow-up or reminder. So I think what we have there is what we have,
Okay,
what we
cool.
get. Yeah, but thanks, Chris. Yeah, 73 is much better than what we've had in the past, so
Yeah.
good. Okay. I think that's it for me. Okay, stop sharing.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, Alyssa, it's the
Yeah.